How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having a rough day. Hey, I don't wish the worst upon you, but you gotta embrace both the highs and the lows of life. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, is what they say. But in today's video, I want to talk to you about why you should reduce your meat consumption. If you're the type of person who eats crispy bacon for breakfast, fried chicken for lunch, and then steak for dinner, and think that you're getting a lot of protein, I really think you should reconsider. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about 10% non-vegetarian myself, I'd say, as I do think it's a good source of protein, but I also only eat chicken and seafood. And in this video, I'll talk about why I try to reduce my level of meat consumption. Research shows that those who consume red meat are more likely to get a heart disease, stroke, or diabetes. Now, that's not really a list you want to be on. Everyone talks about how you should avoid sugars, but no one really talks about the fact that red meat or meat in general can also cause these types of diseases. Off the top of my head, some of the red meats are beef and pork. And if you're worried about your protein intake, there are always other substitutes like eggs, protein shakes with protein powders, milk, soy products. Basically there are a lot. Even beans, don't forget beans. But yeah, basically there are a lot of other substitutes, and I do get that it is tasty for a lot of you, but hopefully throughout this video you'll understand why you should reduce your consumption. Basically, the point is you can easily find high protein substitutes to meat. Now, meat also takes extremely long to digest inside your stomach, which could lead to intestine problems and also kidney problems down the road. The consumption of meat has also been linked to cancer, so if you don't want random tumors popping up in your body, best believe you should reduce your consumption. Now, these all sound like really bad reasons as to why you shouldn't consume a lot of meat, but I'll give you even more reasons as to why this can harm your body really bad in the long run. The fact is that a lot of these animals are pumped with steroids in order to increase their size and to have more muscle and more meat to sell. This is just basically save costs for the firms who are producing this meat. And honestly, I don't want to be a juice head. I don't know about you. But also, just before their death, these animals, most of them are raised in a stressful environment. And when these animals are just about to die, they release hormones like cortisol and this other hormone that's really harmful, but I can't really pronounce it. But basically, this leads to the acidification of meat. And having an acidic diet is actually really bad for you. That's why a lot of people recommend mixing lime with water before drinking it, because it makes the water alkaline, believe it or not. But you gotta stick to a more alkaline diet if you want your entire body and your organs to be healthy. I'm sure most of you would have seen videos on Instagram or YouTube where you just see these bunch of cattle or chicken just cooped up in an extremely tight space. These animals basically have no freedom to move at all, and this leads to a stressful environment for them. And that's really not how they should be raised and brought up. These animals live without any freedom. Basically, they can move like 1 cubic centimeter, and if they look to the left or to the right, there's another chicken or another cattle. Imagine living like that 24/7. You just look to the left or another right, and there's just another human just standing there. That would suck, wouldn't it? Life without freedom also leads to stress. If you watch Attack on Titan, look at Eren from season 1 to 3. He was just trapped within the walls, and he was just always this little stressed out kid. But that's just a random analogy. These animals do actually release hormones that leads to meat acidification. In a world where others are starving and dying of thirst, the consumption of meat is reducing our resources in terms of water and food. I bet you can't guess how many liters of water go into making one hamburger. You might think 10 liters, 100 liters. Well, the answer is 2,400 liters of water go into making one hamburger. That's because this amount of water is required to raise the cattle to the point where they're ready to be slaughtered and made into the hamburger, and also to water the grains that they are fed. In fact, 27% of human freshwater is used to produce animal food. The grains that are used to feed these cattle to, like beef them up, could be used to also feed starving populations. I feel like nowadays everyone's just so focused on canceling each other. Like, what did this person say? What can I do to bring this person down? Like this isn't like some linear algebra or something where we have to cancel each other out. We gotta start focusing on the things that are actually important and actually matter. Well, in this case, your body is not a cemetery for you to put like dead things in it. And I hope these reasons could help you change your mind and possibly help reduce your meat consumption. Now, maybe some of you have grown up throughout your life eating a lot of meat throughout the day, throughout your years, and it could be pretty hard for some of you to stop this habit. But I probably said this in my other videos, but take everything with small steps. You don't exactly have to go from 100 to 0 immediately. You can like start off by reducing your consumption a little bit per day. Maybe just start off by reducing the portion size of the amount of meat you eat per meal. Just reduce it little by little until you get to the point where you don't have to consume meat every day in order to sustain yourself. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you learned something new, and also hopefully you reduce your meat consumption after watching this. If you don't, you're really a heartless cuck. But please like, comment, and subscribe either way, and I'll see you guys in the next video.